After thousands of hours of practice, hundreds of hours playing games, eating, drinking, sleeping basketball for months on end, we're down to the nitty-gritty. Both Dutchtown and Santa Ma are on the bubble. Who will make it to the playoffs? And who will come up just a bit short? Tonight, we take one step closer to finding out as the Lady Griffins and the Lady Gators are live on the REV Game of the Week.
It all began in 1935, a new era in telecommunications, right here in southeast Louisiana, born from the ambitions of several local families, with a clear vision and outlook focused on the future, connecting people across 10 parishes, one household at a time, powering an internet superhighway from the bayou to the river, built to deliver the speed and reliability every customer needs. We are REV, 90 years of building connections.
When I tore my ACL, I didn't think I'd ever be able to play soccer again. My doctor told me how important physical therapy would be, so I chose Peak. I'm glad I did. Now I'm stronger, faster, better than ever. Choose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Order like a champ at Raising Cane's. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Here we are, Cypress Roofing, a woman-owned roofing company specializing in insurance claims.
With the hurricane season right around the corner,
give us a call.
Get to know SEC Heating and Cooling this year. Locally owned and operated by Stephen Conyer since 2013, SEC Heating and Cooling works with residential and commercial customers in Ascension, East Baton Rouge, Livingston, and surrounding parishes. SEC specializes in preventive maintenance, repair, and complete changeout and installation of energy-efficient central air systems. From professional sales and expert installation of central AC systems to repairs and ductless AC systems, we can handle all your needs. For total peace of mind, call SEC today.
No one teaches you what to do immediately after an accident. Once everyone is safe, your first call should be to an attorney, not the insurance company.
Don't let the insurance company take advantage of you at your time of need. Call the Title Law Firm. We'll walk you through what you need to do in real time.
But you can take advantage of the Title Law Firm's 30 years of experience.
Before you call your insurance, make a free, no-obligation call to the Title Law Firm.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Title.
B.T. Chapman and A.J. Pickett with Advantage Therapy are honored and excited to team up with Dutchtown High School's athletics. At Advantage Therapy, we are dedicated to helping our patients regain the highest possible functional status through one-on-one patient care. Advantage Therapy has spent nearly 2 decades providing both outpatient orthopedic physical therapy and occupational therapy to the people of Ascension and surrounding parishes. From all of us at Advantage Therapy, go Griffins!
It is game town in Dutchtown. Game time in Dutchtown, actually. I'm Jimmy Frederick, along with me, Jolie Hartman, and we are set for a very important 5A district matchup between the Santa Ma Lady Gators and the Dutchtown Lady Griffins. And Jolie, we couldn't ask for a better game. Their records, not the best, but they've really honed their skills and honed their craft in the last month of this season, and they're playing really well. You see the stats and standings right there. This may be the best 5A district in the entire state. Walker head and shoulders at 27-1. Then you go down the list at 18-4. You got East Ascension, Denham Springs, a 1-point winner over Santa Maus just a little bit ago, and they're 1-1 in district play. You see Dutchtown 11-13, Santa Maus 11-15. And talking with Coach Betsy Baldwin, she basically said, I made a little bit of a mistake scheduling the way I did early in this season, but nonetheless, you see Prairieville there 14-6 and Live Oak at 11-8. So a very good district all the way around. So glad that you're with us on the sideline. And we've got a great basketball game coming up.
Absolutely. I mean, I've always looked at records as it not telling the whole story of someone's season because of the fact, I'm looking at Santa Maus being 1-1 and being in presence of that Denham Springs game that they did lose by 1. It was such a phenomenal feeling as being, a Santa Maus alumni, watching a young coach in Coach Betsy Baldwin, her first year, bringing and starting a new tradition at Santa Maus. I'm very excited tonight to see both head coaches starting new traditions here at Dutchtown and Santa Maus High.
There you see Betsy Baldwin. She is in her first year. Not her first year as a coach. She was at Galvez Middle School for 15 years, headed that program. Of course, also a track coach here at Santa Maus. And then on the other side of the court, we've got the hometown coach, the home team coach, and that is Coach Jordan Andrews, also in his first year. And he is trying to find his rhythm just as both of these coaches are. Coach Andrews played ball at Youngstown State, South Alabama, and Texas Southern. And he is really honing his skills here and so excited to be a part of this Dutchtown team. Both these teams have contrasting styles in coaches because Coach Baldwin is a defensive-minded coach, where Coach Andrews is much more of a defensive-minded coach.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just as a new coach, you have to find what you're great at. Every coach, if they played in college or just played the sport for many of years, they hone into what they were really great at. And that's something that I'm excited to see tonight, that clash. You got a defensive coach here at Santa Maus. You got an offensive coach there at Dutchtown. This will be a great deciding factor for, how you said earlier, that bubble. Let's figure out who is, the best of this AP teams, as we can see that East Ascension is sitting at that 2, but we got to find that second one because I do agree with what you said earlier. This district is one of the tops in the state, hands down, because girls basketball has been just evolving throughout these years.
Let's take a look at the keys to victory. Now we'll start off with the visiting team, Santa Maus. They've got to lock in on every possession. Sometimes over the course of the season, they have let their guard down a little bit, and that's something they can't do against this very scrappy Dutchtown Lady Griffin team. And then you got to do your job. We are lucky enough that we're going to be able to see Rihanna Comery here, who's coming off a knee injury. This is her 5th grade game back. We'll talk a little bit about her when we talk about the starters. But nonetheless, each person knows their role, they know what to do, and they have to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just anything, as I see, do your job. It's also, as any athlete for any sport, know your role also. Don't try to be the hero or anything else. Don't go crazy. Do your job. Do what the Lady Gators need for you tonight and try to stop Dutchtown.
On the other side, Dutchtown, the Lady Griffins must limit the easy buckets. They have got to do a good job in transition and make sure that they cut the passing lanes off, hopefully get some steals, and just pressure and don't let them get any easy buckets. And then you've got to shut down Ryan and JC. Ryan, who is coming off that knee injury, as we talked about, and JC, who is their number 1 scorer, 23 points, averaging a double-double. An incredible combination when you think about the fact that Ryan has only been back with the team for about 2 or 3 weeks now, at least playing competitively. So she's really still finding her basketball legs.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're coming from an injury, that is hard. But, I really want to shout out to Dutchtown right now, because when you do look at their record and see their wins and losses, you're seeing a lot of L's on that side, but they're very close games. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're talking about how he's an offensive coach. They're scoring baskets in games that, if you look at it, they should lose on paper, but they're presenting themselves. So I definitely agree, just on every possession, win the fight, win that. And whoever does their job and keeps possession will be the winner tonight, just because it is do or die. You want to be on top of this district towards the end of the season.
When you look at the stretch down the line of looking at their schedule, there was a stretch there for Dutchtown where they just had a tough run in December. They have overcome that as we've gotten into January and now into February. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for tonight. We'll start with the visiting team, the Santa Maria Lady Gators. And they start like this. Sierra Smith will be your point guard. We'll check that. Actually, she'll be a guard, but Brittany Green and the other guard. Kylan Sabelos Rivera will be the point guard. J.C. Coleman and Ryan Comery. Comery, again, is averaging 10 points per game, 9 rebounds. She shoots 63% from the free throw line with an average 1 steal and 1 block a game. We've got to talk about J.C. Coleman. She's a senior. She has 2 offers from Millsaps and BRCC, averaging 23 points a game and 11 rebounds. That is something you just don't see a lot of, and she's doing a tremendous job. Kylan Sabelos Rivera, not a point guard by trade, but has been forced to be the point guard a little bit because of the things that have gone on. Now let's take a look at the starting lineup for Dutchtown. We'll do it like this. Allie Graves, number 1, your point guard. She's a junior. Jayla Page, number 4, also a guard. They'll play with 4 guards. She's only a freshman. Taylor Richard, number 12, also a guard and a sophomore. Alicia Thomas is their lone forward. And Jenna Humphrey, number 30, will also play a guard, but they play an in-and-out style. They really want to move the ball around, keep that ball moving. You see a lot of senior leadership on the Santa Maria team and a very young Dutchtown squad.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely love when any team is playing freshmen on varsity because of 2 reasons. Number 1, you're building a program. You're doing something right in showing those upperclassmen, how to be leaders on and off the field. So I absolutely love that those chances that Dutchtown is giving some of their starters. And I'm just more also looking back, the sophomore, number 12, Taylor Richard, she's coming back from an ankle injury, in December. And that's something that, I'm going to be a little concerned on because of how fast-paced Santa Maria is and things like that. So I'm going to be looking out for number 12 and double-checking that she gets back to 100%, when Dutchtown makes it into the playoffs this year, hopefully.
We're about to tip this one off. You saw the referees for the game walking up just a bit ago. Everett Castle, Nathan Harrison, Dwight Martin will do the honors in the striped shirt tonight, and they have, as always, a very difficult job, but we are so glad that we have those guys out on the court. And we are set to go. I'm Jimmy Frederick, along with me, Jolie Hartman. We are so glad that you are with us on the Rev Game of the Week, and this is going to be a special one here in Ascension Parish. It's ladies basketball, girls basketball right here on Rev. Again, real quick, your starters for the Gators, for the Lady Gators, are Sabelos, Rivera, Smith, Green, Coleman, and Comery. And for the Lady Griffins, you've got Graves, Page, Richard, Thomas, and Humphrey. Height advantage is going to go to Santa Maria. There's no doubt about it. They have a couple of inches, not just in height, but also in length and wingspan.
Yeah, very exciting, as we can already see just on this tip-off, just the tallness that Coleman has for Santa Maria. That's something that I giggle all the time around campus because of the fact that she is tall, but she smiles the whole entire time. So hopefully in this game, she kind of gives a little mean face.
Kylan will have the ball at the top of the key into a zone defense, a 2-3 defense for the Griffins. They will mix it up. They will play man, but they're not afraid to play anything. The first turnover of the game for the Lady Gators. Back up the court quickly now for Dutchtown. It's Humphrey. Humphrey will dump it down to number 12, Richard. Richard probes inside. Santa Maria likely playing man-to-man most of the game, and there's a turnover now for the Lady Griffins. Pushing it up the court. It'll be Coleman. Coleman off the glass, and she's fouled.
Ooh. Sorry, JC just kind of went into the door on the other side.
That's the transition we were talking about. And that will be Alicia Thomas's first personal foul. That sends number 24, Coleman, to the line. She is a 54% free throw shooter. And that one will not rattle home. So we're still scoreless. Under a minute, about 45 seconds into the game. Doesn't fall. Still scoreless. Rebounded by Thomas. Thomas working to Graves. Now Graves will drive. Kicks it back out. Page back to Thomas. Check that. That's Richard. I apologize. Another steal by Coleman.
Beautifully
Coleman
done,
off the
Coleman.
glass, and she scores. So the second turnover of the night for the Lady Griffins results in first 2 points of the game.
Absolutely. Beautifully done by that because she is doing her job already in that first minute. So already kind of playing off that key to victory.
Playing man-to-man, as you see, as the black jerseys of Sanamaw sticking with their girls, with their men. Rebounded, up and good, and we have a tie ball game. That was Thomas, and it's 2-2. Still the 2-3 zone for the Lady Griffins. Cross-court pass is a lone three. She sets up, and she'll be fouled. She'll go to the stripe, and that is Kylan Sabelis Rivera. She'll have 3 opportunities.
Yeah, as we can see on this replay, just simple, just trying to get, in front of her, number 4 for Dutchtown. Paige right there. Just try to get in front just to make Kylan not look at the basket. So
free throws aren't falling. She's a 70% free throw shooter on the year, averaging 8 points a ball game and 7 rebounds. Wow. It's a good-looking shot off the hand.
Yes.
It's just coming off a little bit to the side.
Rim might be crooked or something.
It's home field advantage.
Yeah, that's right.
Home court advantage, anyway. We're tied at 2 apiece. And that one will fall to break the deficit.
There we go. And let's see from Dutchtown, just that simple already 2 team fouls. Let's see what they can do to kind of counteract and send them all away, but
you can't leave Richard by herself. Thomas by herself, because she will do some damage, and that was Brittany Green's first personal foul. And they just kind of lost track of her. They were pressuring in the backcourt.
Yep. Sniper, no sniping, cut through, kind of tight.
And that one won't fall. Her first opportunities from the charity stripe. Both these teams average about 52 points a game. So it may start slow, but we expect it to
warming up still a little bit.
That is the second tie of the game. Early going here.
Simple. Dutchtown is just making them have to drive inside. I'm loving that right now from Dutchtown's defense because of the fact he's just letting them do their things.
Boy, let the defender fly by that time, and Paige will get her first 2 points and the first lead of the night for Dutchtown. Stolen away, another turnover by the Lady Griffins. They'll take it off the glass too strong. Rebounded by Paige, and Paige can't get it to fall. And a big rebound by Kylan. Up the court now. First opportunity to see Ryan, and she can't make it. Goes out of bounds, and it will be Sanamaw basketball. Just a touch off.
Yeah. It's almost like lay off the weights a little bit. You know what I mean?
Inbounds pass to Kylan. Over to Coleman. No, check that. That's Ryan. Now down to Coleman. Coleman, one dribble off the glass. Good. Nice, strong power move.
Beautifully done by 24 for Sanamaw.
And that's her 4th point of the night. And we're tied again at 5-5. This will be Thomas. She will be fouled. That's Richard. I keep getting Thomas and Richard mixed up for some reason. Number 5, Sierra Smith, commits her first personal foul. And Taylor Richard will go to the line. Again, they've changed the rules, so after 5 fouls, instead of shooting 1-on-1 after 6 like they normally do for the whole half, you will shoot 2 shots, and then they reset for the next quarter, so you go back to 0.
I like that.
In the past, it has been, and she misses them both, but it's rebounded. Strong by Graves, and Graves kicks it back out to Richard. Graves thought about pulling the trigger, but changed her mind. Looking inside, nobody there. Going for the steal, wide open three-pointer missed by number 30. Her first shot is Humphrey, if they get the ball back. Second and third opportunities, and this one won't fall for Richard. Check that. That's Page, and it will be cleared by Sandoval. Into the corner.
You know, Sandoval right here, they look a little timid right now to not shoot far or anything else, because I don't know if the free throws have got them to where like flustered or something, but Sandoval right here on any offensive needs to take shots, because you're not going to win if you just hold the ball.
Nice
and beautifully done, Coleman, beautifully. Let's see if Dutchtown can kind of counter with this, because Sandoval, if they get on a roll, they're going to continue as what they have done in the previous few weeks playing basketball.
It was a great pass from Green down to Coleman. Coleman has all 6 points, and that is the third turnover of the game for the Lady Griffins. Checking into the game now is, checking back into the game is Comery. Also checking into the game is Emma Graves. We knew she would be 1 or 2 off the bench. Of course, that's the sister of Allie Graves. In fact, twins, both juniors. Way out top is Comery. A little fake right, back left, now she'll drive baseline, looking for some help. Into Comery, and Comery gets her first 2 points of the night.
Done. Way to take that 1-2 and pound up, because that's very hard for a defender to try to challenge and not foul you. So beautifully done. Dutchtown right here, just be patient, let something build. Don't let Sandoval start to get a momentum. Now double teamed right here.
They will double teamer. They will call. Did they get the timeout?
Yep.
And I think they did. So a timeout on the court. We will take it as well. Well, let's see. It's only a 30-second. We'll keep it here. Quick timeout there as they would tied it up. And, boy, it has been a back-and-forth first quarter of play. We're 3:07 left to go in the quarter. We've had 3 lead changes and a couple of ties so far. So both these teams playing well, but it looks to me like Sandoval's starting to get in their groove. They're trying to feed to their big girls down low.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they kind of got that confidence because of Coleman, missing her free throws, kind of start early, kind of, evaporated that spirit out of her. And then all of a sudden she gets that 1-2 to make it the 7-5, and then all of a sudden now you have Ryan coming now. So you're about to have that 1-2 twin tower look, underneath the basket from them too. I'm still getting excited about Dutchtown because you can see the movement that they're producing. It's just patience. Now something is going to happen for y'all. Just keep moving the ball, keep dragging Sandoval's defense out.
Humphrey got a little bit lazy on that one on the pass, trying to get it to number 2, Emma Graves, and it will be knocked out of bounds, and they'll lose it for the 4th turnover of the first quarter. And you'll see it on the replay. It just kind of flipped it to her with not the authority that she needed to put on it. But you did say, you're right, the Griffins like to move the ball, and they move the ball fast. Again, still in that 2-3 zone for Dutchtown. Taking their time. This is a step up for Kylan. Kylan can't make it. What a jump and rebound. We knew that she was athletic, and she proved it right there. Coleman. And it's Comery having the ball stolen away. Oh, no. Oh, she's coming off that knee injury. She's hobbling. I think she's going to be okay, hopefully. Down low. Can't leave her by herself. Nobody there, but they rebound, and a timeout is called. They want to make sure that she's okay because, again, she was hurt in the track season, tore her ACL, got wrapped up that time a little bit, and luckily it looks like she's going to be able to walk it off.
Yeah, as we can see right there, just simple foot is still underneath the player. Yeah.
It's so scary when you see that.
I'm pretty sure I felt that. So definitely.
They're checking around and she's okay. It looks like she's right here next to us, and we're so glad and thankful that she's going to be able to play some more. But again, she is on a little bit of a minute count. She's on a little bit of a restricted diet, if you will, because they do not want to get her hurt. And they do need her down the stretch.
I know that personally, too, when you're wearing a brace, any little thing, you're freaking out because you don't want to have to sit down again or anything else. And she is one of our stronger players that wants to be in the game, and that's what's kind of missing sometimes in games like this. So definitely want to see her back on the court.
Dutchtown will stretch the defense. They'll pull the pressure. This is a freshman, Katie Landry, a little shorter in her first shot. Rebounded by Coleman, and Coleman has her 8th point of the night.
And that's okay, Katie. Keep shooting. Favorite thing? Hey, we can call that actually a pass, right? Teammate was underneath waiting.
Sure. I don't know. That's soccer rules maybe, but I don't think so. Unfortunately.
Yes.
The effort was there. Biggest lead of the night is 6 so far for Santa Maria. This one won't fall for Graves, and it's rebounded and pushed up the court to Coleman. Coleman will pull back for 3. No, sir. Rebounded by Landry, and Landry's going to be fouled on the shot.
And that's a freshman going in right here. Love to see this. If you want minutes, put your body, in front of things. As we can see, look, both of them, they're just passing to each other off the basket. That's basketball, Jimmy.
Yeah, sure. Sure. I mean, I'll give it to you as long as you don't have to add more time like in soccer.
Yeah. Here we go. Our Gators' first free throw that was made. So
That's
nice
right,
job.
They are.
No,
well, they're actually 2 for 7.
2. Yep.
2 for 5. Excuse me, 2 for 5. Biggest lead of the night now, 7. No rims. He didn't hit the rim, so automatically it will be Griffin's basketball.
Kind of like an indirect kick
There
in
you
soccer.
go.
Got it. Okay, see, learning every day. I'm with you, Jimmy.
So Landry comes in and makes an impact, and she'll go off as we see Comrie back into the ball game. Number 4 is checked in. That's Jessica Graham, and she is a junior for Santa Maria. Thought about pulling the trigger again. Did Richard. She changed her mind. Allie Graves will work the point. Check that. That is her sister, Emma Graves. And now Humphrey around the horn. You see that quick passing they like to do. Great defense, able to cut her off at the baseline, which is so crucial when you have a team that likes to drive. Oh, swatted. Get it out of here. A nice little move, but nothing that Coleman can't handle. She averages 2 blocks a game. This one for 3. No good.
It's close. Keep shooting. Keep shooting.
Snowbird can't quite catch it. They'll bounce it off of Ryan's knee.
Very smart.
It will be Griffin's basketball. Whoo, Matt, we're getting into it.
Absolutely. I absolutely love players critically thinking in moments. Like that. She was nowhere else. Nobody else around her. Let's go away.
And another block for Coleman. That's her second block of the night.
I think every time I watch her, I get more and more amazed because of the fact she is one of the quietest human beings possible. And when she's out here, she's in her element. And as you can see, when people love a sport, they're going all out.
Yep. Coach Baldwin said that she is growing into a leadership role. Like you said, she's not as vocal. You see a nice defensive play, that quick hands. All you want to do is disrupt the dribble. But she is as you mentioned, a leader, maybe not vocally, but definitely by example.
Absolutely. It's what I always tell my freshmen that I teach. Actions speak louder than words. And as you can see tonight, she wants a win against DUTCHTOWN, and she's doing everything right there.
Ooh, rebound by
Getting
Coleman.
her own rebound.
And she now has 12 points.
And just DUTCHTOWN, be patient. Your ball work on offense has been so great right now. Just find that in switch and kind of run in the paint. And right now,
away. They'll lose 5 seconds to go in the quarter. It's knocked out of bounds, and it will be Santa Maria's ball. So the 5th turnover of the night for the Lady Griffins. And the biggest lead so far is 9 now. 14-5, and the Lady Griffins have certainly had a scoring drought. This one will not fall. 1 second, and that will do it for the first quarter. And an exciting first quarter it was. We will take a break. It is 14-5. The Lady Gators leading the Lady Griffins. Back after this on the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of DUTCHTOWN High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Advantage Physical Therapy, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Hollis Orthodontics.
And we're back. Let's give you some quick stats here for the Lady Gators. Leading scorer, of course, J.C. Coleman. She is 0 for 2 from the line, but she has 10 points. Comrie has 2 points. Sabelis Rivera is 1 for 3 from the line. She has 1 point. And then Katie Landry off the bench has 1. On the other side of the ledger, Jayla Page, the freshman, has 2 points, and Alicia Thomas has 3. She is 1 for 2 from the stripe, and Richard is 0 for 2. And that's your scoring in the first quarter for the Lady Griffins.
Yes, I'm still so excited about this because of the fact that both of them still trying to find an identity with their new coaches and things like that.
Point.
You know, I'm especially, you know, hoping for Dutchtown to kind of get that offense going because it's beautifully done, passing, things like that. So breathe and continue to try to drive to the basket.
Good defense. This Santa Maria defense is tenacious, and that one will fall. The first three-pointer tonight is struck by Taylor Richard, and she cuts into the lead 14-8.
They know how to score, so it's just opportunities and chances they got to keep taking. And so does that number 34 for Santa Maria.
Her fourth point of the night, but it's just so hard when you have two big, strong forwards down low that you could dump it to.
Yeah.
It just makes the game changer, and you can see it. Step back, thought about shooting the three. That was Richard. Now over to Emma Graves. Emma will drive the lane, kicks it back out, and a travel is going to be called by Taylor on Taylor. Turnover number 6. Just underway here in the second quarter. Glad you've joined us for Lady Griffin and Lady Gator basketball here on the Rev Game of the Week. I'm Jimmy Frederick, along with me, Jolie Hartman. Down to Coleman. Coleman is going to shoot a three, and this time will be a little strong. She has 10 points in the first quarter and 2 blocked shots.
I like that look, that opportunity. If you're wanting to make it far in the playoffs, you have to change your game system because everybody's going to see on paper that you shoot inside, the basket. Shoot from threes, try something to where you're not triple teamed or double teamed in the playoffs. Do something different.
Jayla Page has checked into the game, and she'll drive all the way to the hoop and cannot make it fall, but it will be knocked out of bounds. Boy, I thought it was last touched by.
Yeah, let's look on this instant replay right here.
It was not. Oh, she was standing right on the line when she caught the ball out of bounds.
Wrong place, wrong time, man.
But you've got to make those layups. That is the third or fourth layup that they have missed, and that is you can't stay in a game like this if you're missing layups. Good ball movement here for Santa Maria. Down to Coleman. Coleman thinking about it from 15 feet. Back down to Coleman from Ryan, and Coleman missed the connection.
Yeah.
Only the third turnover for the Lady Gators.
Unlucky.
And they will press here.
Man, if Coleman could have been a little bit taller, that would have been a good alley-oop.
There you go.
See, I'm learning every day.
That's their second personal foul. Brittany Green will be whistled for it. And again, you see they've started over on the fouls on the scoreboard. So once they get to 5, they'll shoot 2 on the 6th. Nice give and go back to Graves. Graves across the lane. One dribble under the glass. You got to make that shot. She does it. Tipped up, no good. And there's a foul. She'll go to the line. That's number 22, Thomas. Thomas, 50% so far on the night. And it was J.C. Coleman, her first personal foul.
Which is funny because on defensive, she had those 2 big stops. You know what I mean? It's just she's right there when she's underneath the basket playing defense. Just kind of swatting at the ball. First foul, not too bad for, it coming in the second quarter.
Emma will check in for Jenna Humphrey for the Lady Griffins. Nice job, I think, as you see Thomas take a deep breath. Can collect herself. It didn't quite work out, but I like what she did there. She calmed herself down, a little short on the shot, rebounded by the Lady Gators. Kai Land will have the ball at the top of the key, and they're just being patient right now. The 3 ball, no good, rebounded and controlled by Coleman, and Coleman just crashes the board, makes her presence felt, and she's got 12 points.
The height is a big difference in this game. Right now, Dutchtown is staying in because of the fact of their offensive chances. Just kind of come together, find the open person because that movement was so good.
Nice dump down pass from Thomas to Richard, and it will be Comery coming in to get the foul. That'll be her first personal foul. Almost blocked it, but got a little bit too much body on that one.
And that's what I'm talking about, Dutchtown, that possession, passing the ball around. That gets that defense. Same thing in soccer. If you get that defense moving, everybody's going to be out of whack and just start fouling just because they don't even know what's happening.
The junior, Jessica Graham, will replace Ryan Comery. Give her a little breather. 5:31 left to go in the half. This shot will rattle in for Alicia Thomas. So she is 2 of 6. 30%, 33%. Oh, what a fake. Beautiful job. If it will just fall, and it won't. Rebounded by Coleman on the putback. But the fake by Kylan to fake it right and then go up strong, that was beautiful.
I feel like she needs upper body strength for that, huh? Or is that just me?
Just
okay.
Body control and then ball control. It's just incredible what these ladies can do.
I mean, I think if I would try that, I would just fall down. So that was beautifully done. Beautifully done.
Good job for Richard to get free and finally make the layup.
Yes.
She has 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, you saw Dutchtown right there on offense. They spread the Gators out and had the whole, line in the paint ready for them. And so beautifully done. Way to run and continue to go and, getting within 9 points. But then Coleman's here all night. Coleman's here all night.
I don't mean it the way it sounds, but that she is a beast under the goal.
Yes.
And when you can feed that monster, that is just so hard to stop. 11 points, the biggest lead of the night, 22-11. We'll have a couple of another turnover, and Coleman.
She was running faster than what her mind was thinking.
Bliss Humphreys will check into the game. She is number 25. Also,
Katie Landry.
Katie Landry's back in, the sophomore, the freshman, excuse me.
Yep. And I absolutely love seeing this 25, as we can see.
Thailand,
20.
Count it. Steal and the 2. She's got her first field goal of the night.
And she's been working on that. Let's see, Dutchtown, you got numbers up.
This shot will go.
There we go.
Good job for Richard. That's her second second layup that she's made. She's missed a couple, but made that one. Down the lane for the freshman. Landry has it blocked by Thomas.
Beautiful look,
and it's
but
knocked out of
beautiful
bounds
job
by Sabella Rivera. That's Kylan. Emma Graves set to throw the ball in. They'll just wipe the ball off, a little moisture on it.
I think it went right into Santa Ma's bench where they have water and stuff.
Yes, I see that now. You don't often see head coaches drying floors, but we appreciate Coach Betsy Baldwin doing that. 3:32 left to go in the half, and Santa Ma has taken control of this one, at least for the moment. Foul be called on a hand check. Number 12, that is the first one for Landry.
As we can see, yes, on that replay.
And Coach Baldwin asked the official, Dwight Martin, for an explanation. She accepted it. She grabs her arm, and that was the reason he called it. It wasn't just a hand check.
Yeah.
There's more to it than that.
Yeah, and I think that's just the young freshman, too, also playing in a varsity game, trying to figure herself out, right?
Absolutely, and this is going to be a foul called against Brittany Green. Now, Brittany's in a little bit of foul trouble. She's got 3. And Brittany wanted to walk on that one, and she went down to the ground with the ball handler. So we'll see Brady Baker check in for the first time tonight. She's number 10. Coleman will come back in as well. Coleman just needed a breather as she has 16 points in the first half. And we still got 3.5 minutes to go, 3:21. So Brittany will be replaced by Brady, and then Coleman will come in for number 25, Bliss Humphreys.
You got 2 freshmen on one side and 2 seniors on the other. That's a great for your program. right, Dutchtown's defense, just simple. Don't let the ball get behind you. Just keep it out of the Gators' hands and keep it from having them swing it from one corner to the other.
Emma Graves made that second free throw, by the way. And so it's 24-14. Just taking their time now. As you see Brady Baker with the basketball, the freshman. Kylan, pump, fakes, jumps, puts it in the bucket. Nice job. I thought she was going to try to pass it and change her mind. And they throw the ball away to the Griffins. Tomplay into the game.
I love this opportunity that Coach Baldwin is doing tonight.
Kennedy
doing tonight because she's playing her seniors that may not start all the time, or play all the time. So I absolutely love this for her, letting those seniors get to experience this.
Coach Baldwin could not stop talking about how proud she is of the hard work that the senior class has put in. It's not easy when you have a new coach coming on and you see that shot is no good by Brady Baker. But she just gushed about how proud she was of the hard work that the senior class has put into this season.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been a foul on Dutchtown with Brady shooting the three.
Coleman will be fouled. She'll go to the floor hard. She'll shoot a pair. Number 12, Richard, whistle for her second. Coleman 0 for 2 on the night on free throws, and she's a 70% free throw shooter, and she should be. Actually, she's only a 54% free throw shooter.
Yeah.
She needs to, as often as she's going to go to the line in her career, she's going to have to improve that percentage a little bit as time goes on. 2:13 left to go in the half. It has been all Sanamaw since about midway through the first.
Yep, they got on a run, and then it just kept going.
That one won't fall. Ryan will check in. Ryan Comery will check in for the freshman Katie Landry. Also checking back into the game is Jenna Humphrey for Dutchtown. She replaces Jayla Page. Coleman goes through a routine. Let's see if she can put this one in the hoop. Good rotation and just won't fall. It's a little bit strong off the back of the iron, and it goes out of bounds off of Kylan. Dutchtown basketball, and they're going to be pressured full court.
Kind of slower at this last minutes. I think like they're hitting rim, but nothing. You know what I mean? It's almost like
kicking out to the corner. Lets the defender fly by. Now driving in is Thomas. And Thomas, again, another layup that just doesn't find the bottom of the bucket. This will be Baker. Baker to the corner for Comery. Comery from 18 feet. Tickles the line. Perfect.
Why not? Beautifully done.
6 points for her. Again, averaging 10. Last year, averaged 22 points, and that was, of course, had a full season and not coming off a hard knee injury.
Yeah.
So this is her 5th game back, and she has been everything as advertised. Thomas back to Richard. Richard has it stolen away by Coleman. Coleman does it all. There's not a thing that this young lady can't do on a basketball court.
It's the love of the game. I love seeing it on her face.
Oh, nice swing pass. All by herself for 3. Kylan fills it up. Kylan for her first 3 of the night. That is the first 3 for the Lady Gators in this ball game. That's her first personal foul. Kylan Sabellis Rivera. There you see it.
Kind of reach behind, huh? That's what that is? Yeah. Okay, see? Learn something.
It looks like number 25, Bliss Humphreys, checks back into the ball game. And because it is the 6th or 7th foul in this quarter, it will send Emma Graves to the stripe. She is 1 of 2. check that. That's not him, and that's Allie Graves. This one won't fall. Is that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I couldn't see the one of the two because of our ponytail. 53 seconds left in the half. Nice high rebound for
There must
Comer.
be a leprechaun up there sitting and taking off anytime somebody does a free throw.
What?
I mean, you
I
know.
need some explanation on that one as we see a big-time three by Bliss Humphreys, the senior.
One of the ones that totally deserves this. She is such a team and player. As we can tell right here, Sandoval tonight has been having a little difficulty coming back on defense and not going, like they're going too far into it and fouling and stuff. Just get in position and let Dutchtown make the mistake instead of getting fouls, because now they're just going to be visiting the free throw line.
That's it. And that's the second one on J.C. Coleman, but only 32 and a half seconds on the clock. And I hate to say it, Dutchtown is not putting any pressure on Sandoval at the foul line.
Right.
They're just they're not making the free throws is my point.
Yeah.
That one is good for Paige, and that's her first point. That's her third point of the night. Again, she's only a freshman, but still, you gotta have those free opportunities and make them, and that really makes a difference down the stretch. Humphreys back out to Comery. Comery drives into the lane, off the glass, no good. And it goes out of bounds, and it will be Sandoval basketball.
Yeah, that would have been beautifully done by Ryan right there because of the fact she went from one side to another and just jumped up, used her height against Dutchtown's defense right there.
Got to get the ball in. Only got 5 seconds. It does so to Comery. Comery in the paint, won't fall. Rebounded by Thomas. Thomas to Emma Graves. Graves looking for somebody to throw to. 5 seconds. She's double teamed way out beyond the timeline, and a foul is going to be called with 2.1 on the clock. That's number 10, Brady Baker's first personal foul. That will send Emma to the line, I believe. Emma Graves is 1 of 2 for the night. Look at that double team.
Beautifully.
The one thing
yeah.
you got to be careful for is that they didn't call it on J.C. Coleman, because she would have 3 if they did. 19-point advantage now. The biggest lead was 20 just a minute ago, and that was a beautiful free throw for Emma Graves.
Nothing but net, right?
That's it.
Okay, see?
You're getting the lingo, man. You keep this up, and we might have ourselves a whole new color analyst. That one will not fall. Rebounded by Coleman. 2 seconds up the court, and that'll do it. What a first half it was. As we head to the locker room, the Lady Gators lead 34-16, and we will be back right after this. You are watching the REV Game of the Week.
It all began in 1935, a new era in telecommunications, right here in Southeast Louisiana, born from the ambitions of several local families, with a clear vision and outlook focused on the future. Connecting people across 10 parishes, one household at a time. Powering an internet superhighway from the bayou to the river, built to deliver the speed and reliability every customer needs. We are REV, 90 years of building connections.
When I tore my ACL, I didn't think I'd ever be able to play soccer again. My doctor told me how important physical therapy would be, so I chose Peak. I'm glad I did. Now I'm stronger, faster, better than ever. Choose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Order like a champ at Raising Cane's. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Here we are, Cypress Roofing, a woman-owned roofing company specializing in insurance claims.
With the hurricane season right around the corner,
give us a call.
Get to know SEC Heating and Cooling this year. Locally owned and operated by Stephen Conyer since 2013, SEC Heating and Cooling works with residential and commercial customers in Ascension, East Baton Rouge, Livingston, and surrounding parishes. SEC specializes in preventive maintenance, repair, and complete changeout and installation of energy-efficient central air systems. From professional sales and expert installation of central AC systems to repairs and ductless AC systems, we can handle all your needs. For total peace of mind, call SEC today.
No one teaches you what to do immediately after an accident. Once everyone is safe, your first call should be to an attorney, not the insurance company.
Don't let the insurance company take advantage of you at your time of need. Call the Title Law Firm. We'll walk you through what you need to do in real time.
But you can take advantage of the Title Law Firm's 30 years of experience.
Before you call your insurance, make a free, no-obligation call to the Title Law Firm.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Title.
B.T. Chapman and A.J. Pickett with Advantage Therapy are honored and excited to team up with DUTCHTOWN High School's athletics. At Advantage Therapy, we are dedicated to helping our patients regain the highest possible functional status through one-on-one patient care. Advantage Therapy has spent nearly 2 decades providing both outpatient orthopedic physical therapy and occupational therapy to the people of Ascension and surrounding parishes. From all of us at Advantage Therapy, go Griffins!
It has been an exciting first half of play. The Lady Griffins trailing the Lady Gators. Let's give you the stats for the first half while we have a minute. For the Lady Griffins, they trail 34-16. Their scoring goes like that. Their leading scorer, Taylor Richard. She had all 7 of her points in the second quarter. She has 2 fouls. She's a sophomore. Their next scorer is Alicia Thomas. She has 4 points. She has 1 field goal, and she is 2 for 6 from the line. And then Emma Graves with 2 points is 2 for 4 from the stripe. And then Jayla Page, 1 field goal in the first quarter, and she is 1 for 2 from the foul line. She has 3 points. For the Lady Gators, it goes like this. The leading scorer, and everybody knows it, it is J.C. Coleman. She has 16 points. She had 10 in the first quarter. She is 0 for 4 from the line, however, which is pretty important, as she's going to have to do better than that as time progresses, and she has 2 fouls. Next scorer would be Kylan Zabelos Rivera with 8 points, and she is 1 of 3 from the stripe. Ryan Comery has 6 points. She had 2 field goals in the second quarter. Katie Landry off the bench with a free throw. She's 1 of 2 from the stripe. And then Bliss Humphreys with a big 3-pointer off the bench, and that was a big one for her. Foul trouble, Brittany Green has 3. J.C. Coleman has 2, and everybody else has 1. So no real big foul trouble. DUTCHTOWN has turned the ball over 9 times, and the Gators have only turned it over 4 times. The biggest lead of the evening has been 20 points for the Lady Gators. And basically, from midway through the first quarter, Jolie, it has been all Lady Gator basketball.
Yeah, I mean, it was a simple just 1-2 times. I think it was on J.C. Coleman's, that aggressiveness, that 1-2 up, and then all of a sudden you had Ryan Comery come in and do the exact same thing. That was almost like a 1-2 punch, for Santa Maria to be like, hey, look, you know what? We're here. Let's get this win. And, right here, as you're seeing on the screen, this is Santa Maria High Lady Gators district schedule and their results. As you can see, that Denham Springs, that happened, the last week of January. They lost 51-50, and when I'm telling you that was such an exciting game, it was amazing to watch. And then Prairieville had a big win last last week. And then DUTCHTOWN tonight, Walker on Friday, and then East Ascension and Live Oak to kind of wrap up their district schedule.
For DUTCHTOWN, they are 2-1 on the year, so this is a big one for Sanamaw. They could pull even if they can hang on and win this one. East Ascension, they lost to East Ascension by 7, then, of course, handled Prairieville pretty well, and then, handled Live Oak okay, and then Prairieville very close, 45-43. They'll finish up district with Denham Springs and Walker. Again, Walker standing at 27-1 on the season. Power rankings for the girls. I mean, this is an incredible district. Number 2 in the entire state in 5A is Walker, followed by Denham Springs, East Ascension, Prairieville. Now, this is where it gets interesting because DUTCHTOWN and Sanamaw are on the bubble. We do expect them both to make the playoffs, but they will only take 28 teams in the total 5A rankings, and Live Oak is sitting on the edge at 30.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at every single district team up there, every week is a huge PowerPoint, play in the playoffs. Sanamaw gets this win, they'll move up a little bit more. Now, that doesn't mean DUTCHTOWN is going to move all the way down to 40. They're going to get points from even this loss. So still continue to strive because there is still, 3 games left, to end the season.
This is not by any stretch of the imagination the end-all, beat-all of their season for sure. We
Yeah.
got some great games coming up for you on REV on Wednesday. That will be tomorrow. Rummel at Prairieville boys soccer. You're going to be on the call with Jeff on that one. On Friday, we've got Prairieville at East Ascension girls basketball. And then next week, East Ascension at Sanamaw boys basketball. I'll be on that call. And then we'll have Tuesday, the 18th, East Ascension at DUTCHTOWN, another boys game. But I got to tell you, as much as I love boys basketball, it has been so fun doing this girls game. And we always get a lot of great community input when we do a girls basketball game or girls soccer or softball or whatever it is.
Yeah. It's everything just because of the fact, as you can see, upcoming Sanamaw games on REV. Tuesday, February 11th, EA at Sanamaw boys basketball. And then, hopefully we're covering girls basketball playoff round 1 and boys basketball playoff round 1 on the 20th of February and the 28th. Fingers crossed for the Gators.
All right, let's talk about what's going to happen here in the second half as we get just about set to start it off. The Griffins. Oh, I got one more. We got one more. Sorry. Our director's about to beat me in the head with a stick. I apologize. East Ascension at DUTCHTOWN is boys basketball on Tuesday the 18th, and then we've got some TBD on Thursday the 20th and Friday the 28th. Girls basketball, round 1 of the playoffs, and boys basketball, round 1 of the playoffs. It's hard to imagine that we are already in playoff time.
Yes.
And getting ready for baseball and softball. And
I feel like the beginning of this school year was just yesterday, so it's really funny.
So thankful that REV allows us to be a part of the community like this.
Yes. And
bring all the games for all the different schools in Ascension Parish. And all the sports.
Yeah.
And so it's a big deal because this is not a small operation that we have here, and we just appreciate REV being able to allow us to do that. There you see a great shot of the huddle of the Griffins. The Lady Griffins, what do they have to do? I think they got to slow the ball down a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've got to move the ball and make some layups.
Yeah, I mean, as what we said earlier, they're kind of keys to victory. Limit easy buckets. Well, hate to say it, in the first half, Sanamaw didn't get easy buckets. No. They simply kind of went into the paint with their tall 2 that they have, and then shut down Ryan and JC. That's always very hard, but I do have to say the Griffins have brought them to the line and made sure that they weren't making those. So, that's something that the Griffins can kind of look at it right now and just see that they have shut them down by sending them to the line.
Sanamaw, they just need to continue with what they're doing because they have controlled this basketball game since about 4 minutes into the first quarter. The starters are back on the court for the Lady Gators. Quickly to the basket, no good, and rebounded by Ryan Comery. Comery gets her own shot back. She'll drive right back in the lane and miss this one, but rebound again. Her third opportunity on this try. That'll make it 4. Colvin will rebound, and she won't make it, but she will be fouled. So a lot of strong effort by Sanamaw, just couldn't get anything to fall.
And I want to make a comment on my comment earlier about the leprechaun in the basket. As you can see, 3 times hitting the rim. It is an old movie that was called Luck of the Irish, and a leprechaun sat on the bucket and just swatted away anybody that had a shot. And JC already changing the attitude from first half to now making her first basket at the free throw line.
So she's now 1 of 5. She gets them both. Good job. Back to 20-point advantage. Oh, she wasn't ready for it, but somehow it landed in her lap. Nice pass. Back out to Thomas. Thomas can't hit from the corner. Up the court. Comery takes it herself. Off the glass. No good. Rebounded. Richard comes away with it. She'll push it up the court. They are flying. Trying to get the charge, and she was moving. And they give it to number 20, Kylan Sabellis Rivera. That's her second personal foul. That sends Thomas to the stripe.
Yeah, her feet was not, as you can see on this replay. They were like, oh, it's coming. Let me move a little bit over. You know what I mean?
Yep, just a little bit.
I know on a charge you have to take it. You can't move. I know that part.
That's right. That's right. You got to really commit.
Yes.
And she was coming fast and hard, and it would not have felt good no matter what.
Yes. A lot of people talk about soccer, how people flop, but I've seen some flops on a charge, so.
So that was one shot. She made the bucket. It was a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Now Richard trying to drive against Smith. This one won't fall. Nice block out by Smith and controlled by Sandoval.
Great change of pace right there.
A little bit over her head. Couldn't quite grab it, and boy, I don't care what you say. Comery is a very strong young lady. They called it a jump.
So it goes to possession, right?
Yes,
they use
correct.
that little possession arrow.
Yes, ma'am.
Every day.
Oh, nice quick hand. Stolen away by Kylan. Kylan's got to finish. And she does not. Great job. Hard fought by Allie Graves.
Just rushing right now. As you can see on this, she was hesitant because she felt a defender on her and just kind of placed it up without even really focusing on, the box at the top.
So that was another jump ball possession. Goes to Sandoval. This will be Green, and she misses. Easy rebound.
It was a pass to her teammate.
Man, you can call it that all you want, but that's not an assist. I'm
Dang,
sorry.
man.
She's got her average now at 8. Good job for Humphrey. Humphrey will dump it off to Richard. Richard has it swatted out of town. Third block of the night for Coleman. Looking for Comery. Comery off the glass, too strong. Rebounded by Coleman. Coleman back up off the glass, no good. Rebound by Ryan. Ryan gets the bucket, and she'll be fouled. Holy smokes. Thomas has 2. Look at that putback strong.
That was just amazing. Amazing to watch just because of the fact they're taking that term, taking out the trash, to an extreme right now. Anything that hits, off of the rim, they're the first ones up. Now, yes, height is a big difference in this one, but they're getting up.
Brushed
they're
off
getting up.
Off her jersey as Thomas tried to do everything she could to slink around the ball, and she just could not avoid it. And it stays with Sandoval. And sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and it has done that for the Sandoval Gators. But they've also fought for it. Up the court to Graves. Allie Graves lets the defender fly by, and she'll make the bucket.
Beautifully done. Way to stop right there and just kind of settle your own feet and have the defender go past you.
Green will drive baseline, and she'll lose it. 5th turnover of the night for Sandoval. Oh, she drove right by her, and Comery is going to be whistled for the foul. Thought it might have been a block.
Yeah.
But no dice.
Yeah, simple because of slapped. I think got the hand at the top.
Her second personal foul. That will send Paige to the line. She is 1 of 2 tonight. A 61% free throw shooter on the year. .5:24 left to go in the third as that one rattles out. Let's see if Coleman can possibly rebound. She's got, I don't know how many. I've got her for 8. I'm sure there's more. She had more than that. But
yeah.
Nice up the court. Go strong.
Use each other.
To Comery. Comery loses it, picks it back up. Strong hook pass into the paint, and she gets the bucket, and she's fouled again.
And that's hyping her team up right there. That's something that, Coach Baldwin was talking about right here. We just see her, she might not speak a lot, but her actions are showing these underclassmen how it's done.
Coleman, another opportunity for a 3-point play here. And one is good. Boy,
definitely a second half.
Stronger.
Yeah, second half Coleman on free throws.
21 points for her so far. She averages 23. I certainly believe she'll have a double-double before the night is over, and there's another turnover by the Lady Griffins.
Done.
Easy up the court, and that was a little shooter's roll that time as the lip of the rim brings it back, almost sucked it back in. Said, you deserve it, I'll give it to you. Humphrey with the basketball way out past the timeline, near midcourt. Allie Graves working against Kylant. This shot for Emma, no good. And it's off the hand of Comery. Lady Griffins will inbound underneath their own goal.
Yeah, just in this third quarter, I haven't really seen that Dutchtown offense from that first, really
right.
Moving the ball. It's just continue to stay patient. I know you're looking up at the scoreboard, but any basketball game can come back quickly with, five runs, up the court.
Yeah.
So definitely continue to go Dutchtown.
They're having trouble when the shot is contested, especially around the goal. They just can't seem to get it to fall. Ryan back out for 3, no dice. Rebounded by Comery. Allie, slow getting up, but she does. Rebounded by Ryan. Ryan goes strong. No shot. It's a charge. Offensive foul. And that will be Ryan's third.
As we can see, simple, kind of run over.
Jessica Graham checks in for Comery. Comery not happy with that call. And I don't think Coach Baldwin was too happy either. 45-21, biggest lead of the night now, 23. Make that 24. An easy left-handed layup for Coleman. And Coleman has bested her average. Humphreys wants to check into the game for Sanamon. Coming to meet the pass. Back down low to Emma.
There.
Nobody there.
There you go,
And
Dutchtown. That's how you start that offensive, change right here.
Emma has 4 points. Emma Graves for Dutchtown. Nice pass. This one won't fall. Rebounded by guess who? And Coleman puts it back. She is just too strong around the rim. I don't know what else to say. It's just so hard to defend her. Shouldn't have picked up her dribble. Emma Graves looking for somebody to throw to. They're going to have to get the ball away to Humphrey. Humphrey almost knocks the referee in the noggin. Mr. Castle. This shot is good for 3. And Emma Graves, her first three-pointer of the night.
Let's see. Same exact play. Let's see what happens differently. JC's under.
I'm running out of room for twos. 51-26.
There's your leader right there that Coach was telling you about.
Humphreys and Landry want to check into the game for Sanamon, and they will get to do so right here. Also checking in, number 23, Kennedy Complex. So Smith, Coleman, and Green will check out of the game. Expect them to come back in for a little bit in the fourth, but I bet they don't play much more tonight. Kylan will run the point. Down for three. No good. That was a top play for her first shot of the night.
Yes. And that's one of those seniors Coach Baldwin was telling you about, just knowing her role and knowing exactly what this team needs for her on her senior and on, in her senior year. But Dutchtown right there, quick steal.
Shot is good by Graves. Allie Graves has her second field goal of the night. She's got 5. Check that, 4 points on the evening. Quick passing. Easily breaks the press. The freshman Landry can't hit. Up the court. Allie Graves pulls up, thought about 3. To her sister, Emma, for 3 short. Rebounded by 21 who checked in. That's Tico Cameron. No good, and it goes out of bounds. Nope, stays in bounds, and rebounded by Cinema.
And Kylan is going to be anywhere the ball is.
That pull-up jumper for 8 feet is no good. Strong off the back of the iron to Allie Graves. Graves lets the defender fly by, and she'll get the bucket. So Graves has 6 points in the quarter. 70 seconds to go here in the third. Lead cut to 21. All by herself to Landry. Into the corner. Back out, and they throw the ball away. Turnover number 7. Oh, they get the ball back. And now they throw it away. Coach Baldwin's up there. Calm down. Calm down. You're getting a little ahead of yourself. You're rushing it. Under a minute. Complay checked out of the ball game. All by herself. That's where they've gotten in trouble several times here tonight.
Yeah.
They have let some offensive players run free. Time out of the court, and we'll take it as well. 51-32 to go, 38 seconds left to go in the quarter. Back after this for the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of DUTCHTOWN High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Cypress Roofing, SEC Heating and Cooling, Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Raising Cane's in Prairieville.
Coleman on the bench with 29 points, 3 blocks. I'm going to say 11 rebounds, probably more than that. She has her double-double that she usually averages, so she has done her job tonight.
Yes, I mean, it's exceptional work here by the senior. Coach Baldwin talked about her leadership and things like that, and she's one of the leaders that has grown up into this role because her actions speak louder than words. Looking at the guest score that says 51, majority of it is Coleman's points. So awesome job by J.C. Coleman tonight in the first 3 quarters.
Full court press. Baker with the basketball. Baker will fake right, go left. Up the court. That's how you break a press. Do it by passing. Cross-court pass to Humphreys. Humphreys down low. Strong dribble, and it's blocked. Stolen away. Nice job by Cameron. Humphrey
Beautifully
now.
done, Dutchtown. Just pass. Be patient.
7
They're on
seconds.
a run.
Down to 5. Trying to get something here before the quarter ends, and it's going to have to be Emma throwing it away, and that'll do it for the quarter. What a quarter it was for the Lady Gators. They extend their lead as we head to the fourth. We'll be back right after this. The Lady Gators leading 51-32 over the Lady Griffins on the Rev Game of the Week.
It all began in 1935, a new era in telecommunications, right here in Southeast Louisiana. Born from the ambitions of several local families, with a clear vision and outlook focused on the future. Connecting people across 10 parishes, one household at a time. Powering an internet superhighway from the bayou to the river, built to deliver the speed and reliability every customer needs. We are REV, 90 years of building connections.
Leading scorer for Dutchtown is number 2, Emma Graves, off the bench. She has 9 points in that third quarter. She had 3 field goals, 2 layups, and a 3-pointer. So she leads all scorers for the Lady Griffins. Thomas has 7, Page has 3, and Allie Graves, has 6.
I love the addition of what I love to call the 6th man. How Texas A&M has the 12th man, they have a 6th man here. As you can see, number 2, Emma Graves, has come up big for the Griffins to kind of lead them in an offense in that third quarter. So hopefully in this fourth quarter she continues to do that for her team.
You know, a lot of people talk about how important the starters are. As you see a shot on for Comery, and Comery's fouled. Talk about how important starters are and this, that, and the other. Some people truly do better coming off the bench. And
Absolutely.
You know that as a coach.
Yes. I mean, it was I hoped that my bench would have at least, 5 or 6, 12 women, on my team, to where, like, if I do need to get a starter out, it doesn't drop the game or the play or anything else. And you surely have not seen that with number 2 Graves coming in for Dutchtown tonight.
Misses them both. Up the court quickly is Allie Graves. Allie's going to pull up. Nope. Kicks it to her sister, Emma. Down low to Cameron. Tico can't make it fall. Good rebound. Oh, nope. Comes away with Sanamaw. Ooh. Good job for Sierra Smith to hang on to that one, and that one is thrown away that time. Touchdown crowd want a little walk on that one. I don't know if they were wrong.
And I think for Sierra, she was more scared, like pivoting on that knee.
This shot for Emma Graves. No dice. Coleman pushes herself up the court. She's going to take it. She's going to drive around Emma Graves and fall, and that should have been a travel. When you're falling down, you can't dribble, and it's a walk every time. But they get timeout. You'll see it right there.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe she wasn't able to dribble it.
Yeah,
I think that's why it wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
And definitely a trip kind of on that, trying to go to the outside for that, but great job by
Our body
Coach.
blocked our angle, and a great job for our replay folks.
Yes.
To get that, because normally that would have been a foul. I mean, a travel. But when she was able to bounce it a couple of times as she was going to the ground, that was the difference.
Yes, so as your basketball background, if you are Dutchtown looking at the scoreboard with 7 minutes left, what is kind of your philosophy?
Well, number one, you have to get a stop. You have to get a stop. I haven't gotten a stop in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm afraid I hate to do it, but you got to start hitting some threes, and that's the only way they're going to climb back into this one, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they made 2 threes, all of a sudden this complexion of the game, it wouldn't. To me, it would change the mentality of Dutchtown some.
Yeah.
We got a long way to go before they get back completely into the game. But you get a stop, you hit a 3, all of a sudden you start thinking you can do something.
Yeah, and then for Sanamaw, would you say time management because of the lead, or would you continue to press on to try to keep going?
I personally think there's no reason to stop what you're doing.
Yeah.
This is not 4th grade basketball at Our Lady of Mercy. This is
big
girl basketball, and that's why they're throwing it right back down to Coleman, who's got 31 on the night. I think you don't stop what works. I think teams get in trouble when they get a big lead and they stop doing what they were doing to get that lead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good job for number 4 to stick with Page. But I don't think they're moving the ball as quickly as Coach Andrew would like, Coach Jordan Andrew would like. They're not moving the ball as much as they normally do.
And it's something to the difference, from after halftime, that second quarter, couldn't really see Dutchtown's offense. And then all of a sudden, third quarter, the end of it, it's coming back to life, And then right now,
they're
simple
just
right
so
here.
Fluid. They're so fluid, and they pass the ball to where they're open.
Yeah.
And they just see the court so well. And I think that was Comery, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Comery that had just did that one. And she's somebody that I love looking at everybody on the court right now because of the fact that they've been playing, with each other and creating great chemistry in the last 2 years.
And we still have another year with Ryan Comery. Nice drive that time and a rare made layup for the Dutchtown Lady Griffins as Jayla Page puts it in.
definitely be looking for a press, you think, from Dutchtown?
Oh, they're going to have to.
Have to, yeah.
But that's
that
why. Was just a simple mistake. And they were getting a little too ahead of themselves, trying to be a little too cutesy on the touch pass. No reason to do that. All you had to do was catch it, turn, and throw it.
Yeah. I understand the pressure, too. You know, like somebody's on me, I have to get rid of it because that means somebody else, is open, that kind of thing. So definitely a great opportunity for Dutchtown, just simply pressuring Santa Maria right now and making them make the mistake.
There it is. They've got to stop. They made the three. Now they've got to start chipping away at this thing. Another stop, another bucket.
Yeah.
So they've made 5 points, and Santa Maria has been stymied a little bit, but then they come and break the press. And a good defensive play that time by number 12, Richard, the sophomore. Griffins are not giving up. They are not quitting. They have some fire in their belly.
Yeah, beautifully done on that instant replay, just kind of seeing that difference of that.
I know she wouldn't. She traveled for sure. Good call that time. And basketball is a funny game. You can be down. I don't know if they're going to come back from 28 or whatever, but you can come back big time in a basketball game.
Yes. Seen it happen many of times.
Good drive, swatted by Coleman, her 4th block of the night. Ooh, Comrie just misplayed the dribble up the court quickly. And Richard, has the bucket, and all of a sudden, the Lady Griffins are on a run. They only have 10 seconds to get across midcourt, and they do that, but they also throw the ball away. Still saved, and it's over to Humphrey. Humphrey will push it up the court. She's going to try to get it on a fast break, and she can't find her man, but she had to pick up her dribble. Yeah. Over to Richard into the corner.
Definitely different Gators happening right here in this quarter. I think it's because they're just seeing it happening right now.
Number 12, listen for her 3rd personal. Just a little. And Ryan Comrie will come off the court. Checking in for her is number 4. That's Jessica Graham. 4:17 left to go in the ball game. Lady Griffins playing with some fire. Down low to Coleman. Coleman just too strong for the defender. I'm sorry, there's just not much you can do.
There's nothing. I mean, she is so powerful just driving up, and it's awesome to see.
33 points for J.C. Coleman on the night. Emma wants to check back into the ball game. Another steal, this time for number 11, Green.
It's a great redemption play.
No good. Controlled by Santa Maria. Cross court, intercepted by Allie Graves. Graves will control it. 3:30 left to go in the game. They'll cross around the foul line, and that one is mishandled by Allie.
I think in the last 4 minutes from when we came from, the break and things like that, it has been a nonstop to where I'm looking at both teams going, they are huffing and puffing because of the fact of the 3rd quarter, and then now trying to get 4th quarter. They're showing emotions now. You're seeing the faces get angry because of something not working. So in this last, 3 minutes, start to see people, starting to chip away and things like that. So
that was a beautiful shot from about 8 feet or 7 feet for Ryan. She elevated so well, and at the peak of her jump, she let go of the basketball. Perfectly shot.
And they're going to say that was off of a Griffin, so it's going to be Santa Maria's ball underneath the basket. Let's see what Dutchtown kind of has planned up for this full court press.
Yes, man.
See?
It's just like soccer.
Yeah.
They just got to pass the ball to break the press, and they do that easily. And when you have the length of Ryan and Coleman, it's so easy to get those high passes because they can go up and get them. That's 16 points now for Ryan Comrie. 3-pointer is good. She'll drain it. Big time for Richard. Richard, her first
nice job,
Richard.
Way to kind of, contain it still for your team and showing this on the scoreboard. Y'all came here in the 4th quarter. Pretty sure she made the early one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good rebound for Coleman. Coleman goes up strong. My Lord. 35 now.
I mean, I feel like you can push J.C. Coleman in the back. She can be, like twist and turn like a pretzel and still make a shot and make it look great.
So strong. She's tall, but she jumps well, and she gets another swat right into the hands of Comrie. Comrie pulls up, and another perfect shot for her.
I loved that opportunity from Ryan Comrie because of the fact that she didn't go in, playing one-on-one with a defense, but Sierra right here gets the second, foul, personal foul of the game tonight. Just simple, just got to stay calm and collective when you are, playing defense against them.
Coleman will check out along with Sierra and number 11, Green. Into the game, Bliss Humphreys, Kennedy Tomplay, and also number 4, Jessica Graham. We're also going to see the freshman Katie Landry and Baker going into the game. So we're going to have a complete substitutions for Sandoval with under a minute 30, a minute 20 now. Nice elevation jump, turnaround jumper, no good, but it was good-looking effort by Humphreys.
Loved that for Humphreys. Great job right there. And then let's see Dutchtown having to face kind of a newer team out there. Let's see what they can change up in this last minute.
62 seconds. Nice cut by Allie. Out to number 22, Thomas. It doesn't fall.
But you still have this number 20 out here for Sandoval. So even though that's 4 new, fresh legs, we'll see what happens in this last minute.
Well, they called a timeout just to make sure the subs got in. They want to make sure that Brady Baker, the freshman, along with Katie Landry, the freshman, get a little more playing time. They've played throughout the game, but it was merely a timeout to get some subs in. So Sandoval will take the ball out, far side of the court. 52 seconds to go. Commanding lead here, 65-42 here in this all-important district contest.
Yeah, get your younger girls getting the experience, but not just younger, because when the seniors leave, you have to start building that trust and team. So great job of getting them into a district game like this.
One thing I'm not sure we mentioned too much is that this junior class played for Coach Baldwin at Galvez Middle.
Absolutely, they did. So they know that their coach, her expectations and things like that, but this is a totally different middle high, a lot faster. I've always said stronger. The difference is ages too, muscles, things like that.
No dice on the three-pointer, under 10 seconds to go. Kicking it back out. Inside to Humphreys. Humphreys turnaround jumper, no dice. And they will call a foul, but there's only 1 second remaining. Number 21 whistled for it. Must have been number 12, sorry.
Yeah, that was number
Landry.
12, Katie Landry.
And that will do it. What a ball game we have witnessed here at Dutchtown High School. The visiting team, the Sandoval Lady Gators, come in and steal one from the Lady Griffins. Tremendous effort all the way around, Jolie. Just a great basketball game. It started off slow, but, in her first year, Betsy Baldwin is building a program, and we know that Coach Jordan Andrews is doing the exact same thing, but this time it simply was too much J.C. Coleman and Ryan Comrie.
Yeah, you said it at the beginning of this broadcast, the fact that, Coach Jordan Andrews over there is building a program, trying to build tradition because of this is his first year. He actually has more underclassmen than Coach Baldwin is dealing with right now. So she's coming into a team that is kind of established, but now they got to figure a game plan out that works best for the both of them.
Well, it was a tremendous effort. We enjoyed bringing it to you for sure. Don't forget, we have got a big soccer game. Tell us about the soccer game coming up tomorrow night.
So tomorrow night, Prairieville boys soccer is facing Archbishop Rummel in the second round of playoffs at Prairieville High. And this is, everybody's here in Prairieville's first for everything this year. Well, this is the boys soccer's first time hosting the second round of playoffs. So watch live on Rev tomorrow at 6 o'clock.
And we've got some great basketball action for you next week. We also have another basketball game for you Friday night. So lots of things happening on Rev Sports 1. Well, that is going to do it for us. I want to thank all the folks here at Dutchtown, all the hospitality that they gave us here. We appreciate that very much. And, of course, We want to thank Coach Jordan Andrews for all his help in getting ready for the game, and, of course, Betsy Baldwin as well, and our great crew. Priya Singleton, Zane Chapoy, Jake Voisin, Nolan Wagasback, of course, our director, Andre Chapoy, and also Priya Singleton jumping in on the director's chair, doing a great job. And, of course, our executive producer back in Mission Control, Lyle Boudreau. Well, that is going to do it for myself, Jimmy Frederick, and Jolie Hartman. Guys, what a great game it was. Again, it was Sanamaw coming away with the big victory over the Dutchtown Lady Griffins. Have a great night, everybody.